Hello. Just explaining a grip and forearm routine that I did 6/1/2025. The first thing that I did early in the day was an anvil handle lift, and give you a view of it here. This is very heavy. I'd say this alone by itself maybe weighs 6 to 8 pounds. I'm not 100% sure what the weight of it is, but it's just kind of the shape of an anvil horn, and you just grip it and lift just like that. Um, so nothing too fancy. It just kind of gives a variation to a vertical handle lift. Um, and I'm not for sure on the whole history of the anvil lift, but I know it was kind of an old time strength feat was if you were able to lift uh, an anvil by the horn. So it's kind of just an old time strength feat. Um, so the rep scheme I used was 12 reps again, sticking with that until I kind of stall out with it, but um, just did 50 for 12, 67 for 12, 75 for 12, 85 for 12, and then ended with 92 for 12. And that was it. Later in the evening, I did a routine that I had seen Josh Bryant posted. It is the Juarez Valley 10, and it's just the rep scheme goes 10 reps, 1 rep, 9 reps, 2 reps, 8 reps, 3 reps, 7 reps, 4 reps, 6 reps, and then ends with 5 reps. And the rest period is you just walk about 8 feet away and then 8 feet back. And from the history of it, it sounds like it was inspired like in if you were imprisoned. So the length of the cell was as much as you walked for the rest period. That's about it. All I'm going to say about it because I don't know a lot about it. I just saw it very briefly and saw a video of him describing it, and I thought it sounded interesting, and I wanted to try it. So the first exercise that I tried it for is the Sipes style wrist curls. What I did first was my warm-up sets. I just did some warm-up sets of 10 pounds for 12, 20 for 12, and then 35 for 12. And for this routine, I used a 50-pound dumbbell. And what I used for my walking distance was I just set my notebook away and just went and checked off the set as I did it, and then walked back to the weight and did it. So you'll see me kind of walk off camera, and that's what I'm doing is just documenting it here. And that's what I used for my rest period. So I did 50 pounds for the rep scheme, and the rest period was just me documenting it in my notebook and then coming right back. And towards the end, my right arm was okay. It was fatigued, but my left arm was completely blown up. Was definitely struggling with my left arm towards the end. So I think this is something I will stick with. Maybe try it on some other exercises. Not for sure if I'd be able to do it on dips or not. That's I saw what he had posted. It was I think it was used for dips. So that'd be very interesting to try that on dips. Probably be able to do it on push-ups should be able to do it pretty easily. I use that term lightly, easily. I'm sure towards the end, like the forearm curls, it'd probably be pretty hard, but I think I'll give it a try. So that's just called the Juarez Valley 10. Josh Bryant. That's who. That's where this information came from. So if you're interested in that, I recommend looking him up. He's got tons of training advice and ideas, and it's very informational. So that's what I did on this day. So if you have any questions, comments, or tips, just leave them down below. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.